Hi, everybody. Just a minute. Hi, everybody. Hello, guys. We got one person watching. So sorry. Trying to do left and right here. Oh, my Lord. Let me take this off of here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, you guys. This is going to be one heated one, an interesting one. What am I doing? Let's see. Where I need to move the banner up real quick. Hi, guys. Y'all, welcome. Today we're doing African. Yeah, Afro. You guys, as always, we usually start at 9 o'clock, but try to be here by 8:30 ish. So we are in the vibe for this. You guys, I'm super excited. Let's put this up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our followers. We are absolutely, absolutely at our this goal that I set for last year, January to hit. We're just hitting it. Doesn't matter. Um, we are going to hit that goal. You guys, I don't know why I keep forgetting to share the link. Y'all give me one moment. Oh, you guys, I didn't even put my microphone up, but it's okay. We are going to do things differently. You guys, we're here, we're live. We gotta share the link. Let me put the banner up so we know what we are discussing tonight. We're talking about side chicks. You guys, I got some footage for y'all. I'm learning the StreamYard stuff. Ain't gonna take advantage of me no more. I put it in the work this year. We're gonna put the work in. So we just wanna say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. We are at 5,000 followers. So super stoked. Sound like a white girl when I say that. Super stoked about that. Y'all, hold on one second. I gotta get my microphone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm an African girl. We never ready. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. You know, I got a new microphone that I tested out earlier. The plan was to use it, but it really does not block out all that noise. So I want to stick with my olden time little my yeah. Y'all hold on. Man. Y'all welcome, y'all welcome. Where's the drinks? Let's toast the life, right? Let me share the link. Y'all wake up, y'all come. So you guys, I've been playing with this thing. I'm learning all this graphic stuff. It's freaking cool. But yeah, welcome. Today we're talking about does having a side chick contribute to a happily ever marriage? That's the word on the street. So we're gonna talk about it tonight. That is the word on the street. So I don't know. Hey Salome, welcome. Happy New Year. Wow, Salome made it on here today. Good to hear from you. Why would I leave not open? Let me try again. What? Okay, let's go to StreamYard to invite, copy, copy, and you guys, Jimmy's not getting the link right. So let's see. But anyway, you're welcome. I'm trying to get this link right. You guys, I cannot wait to share with you guys. I joined a really cool organization of our brother, and today was our very first meeting. I am proud of Liberia, actually. Liberia has a lot of rich and good stuff out of it. I'm super proud of it, and I'm so happy and grateful that he wanted me to serve as one of the board directors. So super excited. You guys, I have another news. I'm also super, super excited. Oh, Solomon says the end of the semester's over. Yay! That's when you can breathe. Ugh, I remember those days. And I really need to complete that last semester of my master's program. I'm still sitting here like just do I want to do it? Every time I'm debating, do I want to do it? Do I not want to complete this? It's crazy. So welcome. Welcome, Jimmy. How are you? I
I'm
don't know
fine.
how to do this other one yet to do. Yeah. How did I do it? Uh-oh, sorry. All right, I think that's better. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm fine. I'm okay. Doing wonderful.
That's
Is
good.
there?
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just reading some comment from Salome. Um, the flyer was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Salome. Salome, I'm learning some graphics. Recently, I've been messing with some stuff, so it's turning out good. She said, "Happy New Year to you." Learning some few graphic stuff so I can get tap
Hey,
into this
Salome.
social media thing.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Salome. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing great with the school.
I hope you guys can hear me or hear her. But yeah, I was sharing the good news. We finally hit 5,000 last night. Haven't been on Facebook for a few times. I think since Monday. And then I opened it last this morning. It was like 1 a.m. about to leave work, and I saw 5,000. I was like, wow.
5,000 followers or what?
Yeah. Salome said she's just losing weight. Yeah, huh? What did you say, Jimmy? Sorry.
5,000 subscriber or followers?
Followers.
Oh,
Well,
okay. That's good.
now that we hit 5,000, people can actually subscribe now. So you have to hit certain numbers to be able to get subscriptions. So that was the magic number I was trying to hit. So now anybody who want to subscribe, you're welcome to.
Salome, whatever you're using to lose weight, please send some to me.
I know, right? I saw follow me and you have to talk. I saw some kind of video. It was a soft lunge. I like that soft lunge that you did. And it was you're in a red dress. I was half asleep at work when I saw that video. I didn't really get to see it. I was like, oh, is that my baby? You are so cute. You gotta send me that video. You gotta send me that video, Salo, Salo. Happy New Year to you as well. Uh, Pastor Charles, welcome. It's been a while. How have you been? Welcome. Yeah, Solomon, that was a nice soft lunch. I was half asleep when I came back and disappeared. I was like, then I got busy. I didn't check back in, but that video was everything. I was like, look at her killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it. You look so cool. Yeah, I love it. That red dress was definitely the dress that they sung. Ladies in red. What are you losing weight for? I need it. I need to lose all these Christmas weight that I put on. I need to lose this weight. I'm fighting on it. I think I lost like 5 pounds this week, so we're getting there. But yeah, welcome, Jimmy. How was your week? We got 10 more minutes before we jump into the topic for the night.
Well, my week was very busy, um, but it was worth it
Hmm. It was
at the
worth it.
end. Yeah, it was worthy busy. Yeah, I think since the new year, this is my first appearance here, so I want to say happy new year to all of our viewers and anybody that will click on the link later on to watch the show. Say happy new year. I hope your new year is up to a good start. Um, and I hope people have made some really good plans for this new year. You know, you have to follow up on those plans. You know, I think we need to do a show on how to follow up on your New Year plan or your New Year resolution
We did that. You missed it.
for your date.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes my evening gets really busy. Especially last week, I was helping my cousin out with his baby shower and stuff like that. So I was really busy.
No worries. It happens. It's been crazy lately. Um, my end to everything, it's the new year because it's when you're like really trying to tackle everything and trying to make sure you start right. So I think that was the topic we covered, how to start the New Year's right. And one of those key things to really set in place in order for you to have to start it on a good note, if I'm not mistaken. I think that those were the verbiage. What Pastor Charles says, I'm looking. Thank you. I'm doing well as well. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And, even if you can't make it live, when you get on the page, just even even like if you watch it for like 5 minutes, that counts, okay? But even 5 minutes. But I usually go back and watch the show, especially when I'm driving to work and stuck in traffic. Just like to watch it, just see like from a different perspective. It's different when you're sitting here and talking about it, and it's different when you're actually listening to yourself and others. Like you learn something differently when you're instead of posting the show. So super super excited about this year. I think so far this year's plan is kind of falling in place. My goal was for us to hit that 5,000 before the end of January, and we literally hit it 1 month before my birthday, y'all. Y'all remember last year? Oh my goodness, my birthday is coming again. I'm getting old and old every day. Do y'all see this gray hair? And it's shiny too. The things just keep coming in. Yeah, this year my goal was to be more natural, wear my natural hair a little bit, but it was a lot of heat to put on your head. But yeah, you see all that gray hair, you see it. It's not I didn't dye it. That's real. Lots of stress. But anyways, tonight we're talking about The contribution of side chicks to marriage. We're gonna focus on marriage, and I have a little soundbite tonight that we're going to watch. We're going to listen and hear it from that perspective. I actually was, you guys. I'm tapping into the tech world and really learning this whole thing. I hope I master it before I'm giving myself the next 6 months to really know how to navigate these things. And I was able to navigate, I was able to get that video downloaded into the system and get it out so I can play it for you as we sit back and we watch it and listen. So everybody, the whole audience can listen to it. So we can, I mean, the first time I listened to it, I was like, huh? What? No way. But then, today while trying to go over the topic and things like that, when I watched it and I listened carefully, I learned something out of it, and I saw some valid point to it. It's very controversial, so we'll tap into that. But before we do that, let's do what we always do. What was something nice that someone did for you, or that you did for someone this year? You want me to start? I mean, this week, this week. Welcome. He going back in the dark. And then my brother here. What's going on with you?
You need to suspend him man, from the co-hosting. Yeah, I, 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 I think you should give the co-hosting to Peterson
I know, right? No, Peter say has allowed his play right now. What are
because
you allowing you for? Why?
what kind of co-host?
You
What kind
gotta
of
let me
co-host?
come to that place there for you. I have to come to that place there.
Hey, Jimmy, you will not bring politics between my sister and
The
myself.
man talking people can't even hear him.
You will not bring politics between my sister and myself.
All right. So, Riverside
He,
Sister, hello.
please tell
How
that
are you?
man to go out and you have to go there and come back. His
Big
microphone
brother,
is.
big brother, you gotta come back in. We can't hear you. It's kind of like I think
Oh,
something happened to his computer.
I got to come back in?
Yeah. Oh, we can. You can hear him now. There's somebody has a background effect. Something's
Yeah.
going on.
I'm on a online meeting on the other side. That's the reason.
Salome reminding
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah, tell me my birthday's coming. It's coming. I've been thinking about what I should do this year. What should be the theme?
My own is around the corner. It's on the 23rd.
I know. Hey, hey, hey. All the January people. I think there's three of you. My sister-in-law will coming too. Then your own coming. Oh Lord, it's a lot coming. But anyway, it's almost 9 o'clock. I pinned the link to the show in the comment section. If you want to join us, just join us. I'm just gonna jump into the introduction. Welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. My name is Felicia. I'm your host. I go by Fee, Fancy, however you want to call me. Just be nice. Don't be rude. Uh, I know as we're growing, there will be a lot of rudeness coming. So I'm already preparing myself for this. Um, Tonight we're talking about, does having a side chick contribute to a happily ever after marriage? I know, right? That sounds kind of like an oxymoron. Like, how could a negative thing contribute to something positive, right? So it's gonna be very, very interesting. I can't wait to hear from you guys. We'll start the show. We'll start it out in a way where I hear from each person what you think about
I
that.
will not comment on that. I'll just here to listen.
Why not? You are demand to comment. I'm demanding you. I I know you're my big brother, but now I'm grown, so I'm demanding you to.
I'm going to talk fluent. I'm not even talking in that thing. I just here to partake, to listen to you.
You and me, you have to talk. You're welcome. Anyways, the show starts at 9. While we get started, I will be sharing this show and then I will let you guys introduce yourself. It's a new year. We want to welcome all of our new followers. If you stumble here by mistake, it's not a mistake. There's a seat here at this table for you. You can go in the comment section, just click on that link. You'll be right up here and you can talk with us and you can share your ideas. You can also share your ideas in the comment section. You are more than welcome. But just want to disclaimer: we're totally opinionated and personal experience we're sharing on here. So anything we say is on here is just based off of our experiences, and don't hold on to the Bible and tie our neck. But our roots is going to always be Christian based. So if that is something that is not up your alley, I'm telling you now, we go back to biblical stuff, and that's how we get our references on most of our opinions on here. So, and if you're interested in learning that, you're welcome to stay and watch. We're also welcoming you even if you're not part of that. Just want to say welcome and thank you for your support. With that being said, Jimmy, you want to go ahead, say hi to our new followers, introduce yourself. There might be some new people watching, and we get started at 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
Well, it's 8 o'clock at my end from where I sit. Um, Again, my name is Jimmy, and I want to say welcome to all of our viewers, our regular, you know, um, viewers, and those that are joining us for the very first time, and those that will watch later. I say you are welcome. This is the talk with Miss B, and I think tonight's topic is a very controversial one, controversial but interesting in several ways. So I hope that we can voice our opinions tonight in a respectful manner and in a manner that we improve our community. So again, I say thank you for having me here tonight. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Solomon's being silly. She says she's new here. All right. So, go ahead, our co-host. Say hi. We can't even see you. Where's the light?
Okay, good evening, every one of you. Thank you so much, and welcome to another beautiful show tonight. Like Jimmy said, my name is Andrew. I'm the co-host, and
No, that's not what I'm saying.
this is a interesting topic that we are going to discuss. So we're going to be listening to each and every one of us as we discuss the issue tonight. Thought or sentiments, be real to the issue. So welcome again, everybody, viewers around the world, wherever you are. My name is Andrew Dunn. I am the co-host of this show. Let's talk with Miss V. Welcome, and tonight we can make a difference here tonight on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So let's jump into it. What do you think? Should we listen to the video first? Then we get started? What's your thought?
If the video is an essential part of the topic, then I think we should listen to it,
Okay.
or we can do our intros, on the topic, and then go to the video and
That's
begin
what
the
I think.
discussion.
Yeah.
Why can't we listen to the video, the basic of the topic before we make an intro?
Well, first I want to see like everybody feels on this topic. Like, what's your thought on it when you hear something like it, like that topic just came out? um Knowing what you know already, what a side chick is, the whole you know thing surrounding it, where everybody call it, I know back in Africa some country will call it concubine or whatever they call it, like a second wife or something like that. But in modern society we refer to extracurricular relationship outside of a marriage as a side chick or something like that. Like, what is your first take on that when you think, how does it contribute to a happily ever after? Let's hear from Jimmy. You were here first.
Well, I do not see any significant contribution to of a side chick to a marriage. I
Mm.
see I see them as a distraction. I see them as opportunists. I see them as people who are not um are not trustworthy of their own. So I definitely I'm taking the other stand tonight. I'm not supporting. I'm going against the issue of side chick in a marriage. Whether a side chick or a side rooster or,
Jimmy, he
or
just
a
the
side
name is that gosh.
whether a side chick or a side duck or you know a side flower, you know, I don't see no um I don't see having them will contribute anything to a happily ever after marriage because their intention is to reduce the focus of the husband or wife on the family and focus on them. And the sad thing is they demand more than the regular, husband or wife. I, I'm not I am not discussing this topic one sided. I know it says sad chick, but I believe there are also some sad dogs, you know, that are
Listen,
contributing.
sorry, I don't mean to cut you. We're going to talk about sad men on another time. Today's focus is sad chick. Please.
Okay. All right. Now that I know, now
Yeah.
that I know, I will focus on the sad chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we can discuss the side hen or the side dogs or you know
The
or the
sad
guinea.
man. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Anna,
Yeah.
welcome to the show. We're just getting first out like what comes to your mind when you see topics like this. So let's hear from the co-host. Someone needs to mute themselves though. I can.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you so much for this topic. Anna, welcome to the program tonight.
Thank you, guys.
The first thing is I am neither for nor against.
okay.
Let me make my position clear. I am neither for nor against.
I know why. I know why. I know
Um,
why
Jimmy,
I know
let
why
the man
I,
talk. Jimmy,
I,
I'm gonna mute you.
before we go into that, the first thing, how that issue was derived,
Yeah.
how that Sarchik name was derived, who brought about it, I don't know. But the reason what I'm saying that I'm not for or against is simple.
Mm.
Uh, First thing is it doesn't. It is a distraction. It is a distraction. It create room for confusion in the home, and it have the tendency to breed more confusion that will lead into divorce of, you know, a happily married couple. So some men go into that for reasons. Remember, we discussed here before during the show, we've been having issues here, we've been talking about why people should go into extramarital affairs or extra reasons. Sometimes when men in the home are not receiving affection from
Right.
their wife because probably they are so busy on work, 12-hour shift, 7 days a week, 6 days a week. They don't even have time for their own family. And yet this person one needs affection and he's not getting it. So and he finds someone and that person, the woman in the home is not getting love, is not showing affection, is not caring. But he goes out there and sees somebody that is caring, that doing more than what Madam in the home is doing. Obviously, he will give attention to that lady, even though she's serving as a distraction. But some of those things happen because of what the men experience in the home. So I will rest my case and we'll go into it deeper. But I am not for, neither am I, I'm against it. But there are reasons why these things happen.
I have a
But they
question.
are
Are we
distraction
Thank
talking
too.
you.
about,
But
is
they
this
have
a
their own reason
debate?
why
Because
they
I
do happen.
think we're going off topic.
Say that again.
I say, I think we're going off topic.
What do you mean?
Like
Do we
how?
believe, do we believe in happily ever after when there's a child? If side chick contributes to that.
We're getting a first hand where you feel like, when you
Okay.
think about just a side chick in general. Then
Oh,
after
okay.
that, I'm going to play the video. Then we're going to go to those points.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you're next, Anna.
Oh, sorry. What's the question?
The question was, but when you send someone, knowing where you know what side chick is, right? What comes to mind, like when you see this type of topic comes up?
So side chick generally has a negative connotation, but I think every woman should be aware of it because sometimes they say, I know people will say what you don't know won't kill you. I believe that when you know, competition always makes people sit up. So I think that
Right.
it should be looked at as a positive thing on the woman's side. Competition is your best friend. It
Ah,
helps you
I'm
sit up.
liking that, Anna.
So, so yeah, that's all I have to say. So don't always look at it in the negative side of things. Look at ways to positively make yourself marketable and look at it as a way to enhance your own relationship so that you can be that other woman, if that makes sense.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Coming from a woman. Lyra said, I just want to make some fun real quick. Lyra said, all the cheetah then, you're welcome. But anyways, when I think about this, knowing what I know about side chick, of course, first, I'm not for side chick and I'm not against it either. I'm going to take that stance because I think that every chapters of everybody's life, they do go through certain things, and there are things that will be positive and negatives. And I think everybody have their own choices and decision of making life. Maybe that it's not something that I would do or support either. But at the same time, I think to each their own. If you think that's what would help your relationship, kudos to you. There are people who do a whole lot of things. And I would just say I don't see the positive side of it. But then as I'm listening more and let me watch the video. I'm not gonna say much, but I want us to listen, and I just want to give a little um, disclaimer. The language can get a little vocal, so if you have any children under age around you and you're about to listen to that, please cautious, cautious, cautious. All right, so we're going to watch this little clip. It's about 4 minutes long. We will watch it, and I want you to just listen and tell me how your thoughts are after watching.
At this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business. You meet married men that 6 months, 3 months, they don't have sex at home. But they want to fuck you every day. They come to their girlfriend's house. They want, as they enter, they want just they do. But at home, there is nothing. So how you go? So that's my fault that you're not having fun at home, and that you can have that fun with me a million times in a day if you so wish. You will always come to me.
Once the man is married,
Yes.
he should be out of bounds.
For who?
How is it
Life
your
is
fault?
preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me. Primary thing that keeps that man coming back is the sex. It's not anything, no. I'm going to go into sex a little bit.
Tell me more. Tell me more, mommy. Do you think side chicks make marriages last?
Of course they do.
What do they specially do?
We're going to use Lagos as a case study. And then from my own personal experience, you and your husband, you live in VGC. And I live where I live. Chevron, Ekota Villa. Now, he's been on that traffic from VI, wherever his office is. Boom. If he's driving, even worse. He has a driver. Hallelujah. At least he's not stressing so much. He drives and gets to Chevron and gets to me. And I'm by the door to open the door for him. He comes inside. I hug him. I give him a peck. Depends on how he made me feel the previous day. So he comes inside and I'm asking him, hey, baby, how are you? How was work? Did your day go okay? While I'm doing that, I'm taking off his shoes. You know, like he's seated. I'm taking off his shoes. If he's wearing socks, obviously, I'm taking it off and then giving him a little foot massage while pep talking him about how his day went. And I'm attentive to listen to him vent about what happened in the office and what didn't happen. And after that, and you know, in all of these conversations, I probably would have moved from his legs and I'm sitting on him. This the wife won't do at home in most cases, but she doesn't have time. Me, I have the whole day. I have the whole time in the world because that is how he sees me every time he comes. So he's used to that pamper that he probably doesn't get at home. So I'm sitting on his laps. He's grabbing my butt, or he's seeing my butt. My nipples are all over his face. Available for him to touch, right? And I'm smelling good. Do you understand me? Yeah. So he likes what he's seeing. He likes the full attention that I'm giving to him. Undivided. For that 45 minutes or 30 minutes that he's spending with me, he is my priority. He is number one. I'm not, even if I'm leaving him, it's probably to go get him a glass of juice. If he drinks whiskey, a glass of whiskey, or maybe get his food or whatever that is in the house available. But the point is, there is a relationship that is very intense in a very short period of time. It could be 30 minutes that he spends with me. But that 30 minutes, I'm not leaving him alone. In that 30 minutes, I'm all over his business. In that 30 minutes, I'm making my demands. He's making his. Everybody is collecting whatever they want to collect from each other. And what is he getting? Attention, sex, romance. That's it. That's all the married man wants from the woman outside anyways.
So how does that keep his marriage at home?
Good. So when he leaves me, he spends 45 minutes with me. He's calm. He's relaxed. Whatever heat is at home, he can deal with it calmly. He can deal with it way better than if he just drove from the office in that traffic and he goes home straight. He'll be angry. He'll be agitated. He'll be like, you know what, I just want to go upstairs and rest. But when he has spent that quality time with me, whatever madam is saying at home is fine.
All right, you guys, that was a lot, right? That was a lot.
That was 365 days in 4 minutes.
That was a lot, okay? For the lack of better words. What did he say? Why do I have a feeling they show come and bring the cheating down? You know what, Lyra? You're gonna let us focus. So, huh? You know what? Who wants to go first after listening to that?
I,
I have to digest that.
I will go first.
Oh Lord, let's go.
Yes, I will go first since nobody wants to take it. You know, from what I got from this clip is that this lady, she's doing business.
There you go.
She's providing service to a customer, and her primary objective is to satisfy the customer. In her case, the customer is always right. Okay, but then my question is, if you can perform this duty as comprehensive as you put it, why will you be a side chick when you can actually have a man to yourself and treat him the way he needs to be treated?
The question is, can men stay with one woman?
Well, that is not the topic under discussion tonight, Anna. But I hope we can find another time because I had a lot of interest to that.
Oh
Uh,
Lord,
but
why did
but
you ask?
just in a nutshell, men were not created. Men in the nature outside of God were are supposed to be promiscuous because a one woman to a one man will leave hundreds of millions of women without men. If we look at the ratio, there are more women in the world than men.
Absolutely.
So if it is one man to a woman, then what happened to the rest of the women? But anyway, we leave that for another day. Let's discuss this one. So, like I said, the lady is providing service to a customer that is not reliable because that customer might come back or never come back. So her duty is to make sure is to handle the customer in a way that he will come back. But however, that in any way does not save the marriage because the time that he spent with her is subtracting from the time that he's supposed to spend with his wife and his kids. That's two. That's one. Number two, the money, the demand that she will be making because you hear her, he's making his demand, she's making hers. The money that she's taking from him could have, you know, established something better for the family, maybe a business. Maybe she will make a demand of of building a house for her, which I know most men do for side chick. Buying a car for her, which I know most men, especially in Africa and even Europe or other parts of the world, men do for those women that they just hang out with. So if those resources were coming back to the family, were going into children college fund, you know, there will be no reason why um the wife will be complaining. But unfortunately, sometimes most of the money that is spent on side chick are money that are needed for the children upkeep, for the wife's own upkeep, and for the household. But that money is being lavished on someone just for few minutes of pleasure.
Okay.
So side chick does not in any way save any marriage.
Thank you. Let's hear. We'll come back to you. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for that. Uh,
Can I
after watching it, welcome, Peterson.
suggest?
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome. All
Hi,
right, Anna, go ahead.
hi, Mr. Walker. How are you?
Yeah, it's done.
All right. So I would counteract what Jimmy said, that it does not in any way add to a marriage or whatever. I mean, I'm not supporting people that keep side chicks or anything, but I do feel like as a woman, sometimes the reason why a man would initially step out is because there's something lacking, right? Something that may, oh, hold on, let me take my baby out. Stop, don't hit your sister. That's not nice. Move. So something may initially cause a man to step out. There's a reason why he's stepping out, right? Like the lady mentioned, a lot of men have women or wives that are problematic, okay? And there's a lack of communication, because if you and your spouse figure out how to communicate your disagreements or your dissatisfaction, there's no reason why he should be stepping out. Secondly, when you're married to someone that keeps side chick or someone that's promiscuous, one of the main reasons is immaturity, right? A mature man will understand that marriage is not a bed of roses, right? There are times when you guys will have disagreements. There are times where things won't be as rosy as it used to be when you guys were dating. And that's where the maturity comes in. If he's mature enough, he would not step out of his marriage because he's missing those aspects of his life he didn't used to have, that he used to have when you guys were dating. Now, in situations like that, when you have a promiscuous husband who is immature, there's not much you can do until he has become mature to come back around to be the man that he needs to be for the family. Now, the reason why I feel a side chick can positively influence somebody's marriage is through the wife side of it. Sometimes women tend to act better when they have a competition. Okay, like for example, if your husband stepped up because maybe you saw his side chick and you see that she looks better, she dresses a certain way, it can influence the way you dress. One, it can influence the way you carry yourself. Two, it can influence the way you like the positive aspects of what made your husband step out in the first place. Like there's some women that don't know how to cook, right? And their side chicks know how to cook really well. And a woman that truly wants her marriage to work, seeing that her husband's side chick cooks well, might help her step out to, learn how to cook. So I think that it's not completely negative, but from the woman's perspective, it's a competition for you, yes, but it's a way for you to use that opportunity to learn the things that your husband is attracted to. Now,
Hmm.
being a side chick is not the best, especially if you're aware that the person is married, you know. But if you're intentionally being in a marriage, I don't believe that a woman will want to break your home. I think that the men came to her. Unless the woman seduced you, then that's a different story. But for a man to say, oh, for people to blame the lady that, oh, she ruined somebody's marriage, I don't believe in that. That lady probably sat on her own and the guy came to her. So it's not necessarily, yes, we'll go shower. Wait, let me finish from the front, please. So what I was trying to say, I'm sorry about the noise. What I was trying to say is that um a side chick can positively influence you, but I think that as a lady, once you see a man that has a side chick, you have to really reevaluate yourself. I understand that as wives, mothers, you get busy, you tend to forget yourself, you don't have enough time to spend for your family, but that does not give your spouse the right to step out, because marriage is for better, for worse. You're supposed to be there to support your partner. You're supposed to be there to be there in times when it's hard. It's not every day that you wake up and you get some. your wife has children, she has other people that she's supposed to be taking care of and taking care of you too, and then going to work. So it's a lot that happens within a person's life, and she gets divided. Unlike the side chick, she probably doesn't have any kids for you, so her attention is strictly on you. So I don't think it's fair for you to step out of your marriage for a side chick when you have a wife and kids, and possibly she has a job, dividing herself, and you're just one person. You go to work and come back and probably help with the kids occasionally. So I think that when you're mature enough to understand these things, you will not see the need to step out of your marriage. Now, the other point that I wanted to make is, when you see either your husband has a side chick, yes, it's painful. It's okay to be hurt, but look at the aspects of that lady and pick out some of the things that you find yourself not doing. That men are physical beings. They're attracted to what they see, right? So if you see that your husband is i- is attracted to someone that wears short things, make the efforts to wear the short things too. It will bring him back. Trust me, it will. And everything may not be fixed, but trust me, it will definitely ginger him a little bit. Like, what happened to my wife? If all the time you're wearing wrapper around your waist every day, walking around the house, you don't smell good, you don't do this, and then when he goes out, he's seeing all these girls throwing themselves at him. What do you expect? So I think that we have to look at the brighter side of things, not necessarily the bad side. It's bad that he's doing it, but you should use that to ginger you. We'll get to the part about the dogs later. The side dogs.
You know what? I like the ginger. I'm sorry. I'm just dying over here. Wow, that was a lot. Thank you. Um, who wants to go next? I'm gonna be last.
The co-host, I should go before the co-host.
Go ahead. We don't know where he's at.
Okay. This topic is very interesting. To be frank,
It is.
must say
It
that.
gets you the thing, right?
Yeah, and it's as well unique. I like when Jimmy started the way he started. He started very biblical, in a very biblical. But I want us to hit the raw way things look like when we when
Thank
we
you.
when we look at it from the social point and from, let's say, critically, before we tell our audience which one is better or which one is good to do, because we will not be fair to people when we come strictly biblical, then we leave it that way. Now, and that being said, I just want to say, like, I may be buttressing Anna, but in a different way. That lady is strictly somebody that have chosen to do specific things. Now, we did not get the reason for which she decided to go that route. And I want to say this. There are a lot of reasons for which you see a married couple, or let's say somebody in a home, a married man or a married lady, because this is not only on the side of a man. She's sitting there speaking because it's a man. But do you know that we have married women who leave their home and get satisfaction and come home and things get well and everything roses home when they come from out? So let's look at it from both sides. So that being said, that lady, there might be something that have driven her to the position she decide to bring one side. The thing that took her out there, it might have been failure on her part or on the part of the other couple, the male, to satisfy her. Now, satisfaction in many ways, people could think it is sex. No, satisfaction may not only be sex. So there are a lot of things that will cause a lady to, why, it better I be out of marriage and just be out there. And so when you find yourself out there and a lady or a man is in a relationship that is burning inside, but want to have a shelter on her head or on his head and say, you know what? It better I go out and come back in and keep the peace. When that is happening, then you see something that she's talking about, similar thing like that will start to interplay. Can I be a little practical? A man is in a home and there is no peace, for example, or if even if there's a sexual side, he had no other means and he have no satisfaction home. He coming home, there's problem. In fact, we have some women that their men will touch them and they will categorically they only have a very short or very low sexual habit. A man is in that relationship, want to have sex, and the lady is not willing. But everything she's very good at everything, taking care of the home, taking care of the family, and doing a lot of other things. But when it comes to sex, she's not there. And this is a man that is in relationship with this lady and married to her. And this man will not walk in the house with let's say, a woman and decides to do such a thing. So there are a lot of things that go beyond these things. So in doing that, that lady is accomplishing certain aim that she came from, and the man that is going there is as well accomplishing certain thing. So the bottleneck here is both parties may have been doing something and meeting out there. Now, the other argument, whether it is good or it is bad, complete different argument of which we may conclude with. But I want to say that I cannot judge that lady in whatever she's doing, being on the worst side or being on the good side, unless we come to a conclusion. That lady, she's doing something, and the man that is going there is doing something, but the common ground need to be found. That's the main reason that female or a married couple should be able to identify what is burning the relationship, what is the problem in the relationship to get it fixed, instead going out there. So, I mean, you can go back. When you come back, we will continue and give some other practical illustration of what we have practically heard and seen. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Where is our co-host? Do you want to go? All right, I will go. I'm sitting here, I'm listening to
No, I
everybody,
hear.
and
Vicky, I hear.
okay, you want to go ahead? Go
Yes,
ahead.
sure, I want to go ahead. Okay, it's important. And I like the video. I like the. I don't know the lady there if she was a guest or she was a moderator or what. I don't know. But
I
she
think she
stressed
was
some.
the guest. She was
But
the guest on the show.
yeah, she stressed some things that
Mm.
I want to also make comment on. In one of her comments, she said, "Well, uh, you and like the same thing I said earlier, right?"
Hmm.
And and I like my man Pro. He put it clearly. Some people suffer from boredom.
Yeah,
When no affection is coming in a home, so what you expect is something to do. So the lady, she was between A and B. She was if you notice when she was speaking, she clearly didn't just take her side. She spoke from both ways.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about the women role and she also talked about the men. But because if the man goes home and meet madam and madam doesn't want to, you know, respond positively in bed, he say, okay, maybe I'm gonna go outside there. When he go outside there, the person that responding positively to him, he will always want to get to that person. There's no in way that we're suggesting that it is right
No,
or
that's
it is wrong. No. The point here is when you in a situation and the person that's supposed to help you out of that situation is not helping you in that situation, but well, is trying to exacerbate the problem. He's trying to create more harm to you than good. Obviously, men, I tell you, when women they're quite difficult, right? But men, you will see them. Look, they will always want to have that pleasure, especially when it comes to sexual pleasure. When it comes to sexual desire, men will always, you see them always, they're eager in doing it. They want him to do it. And when they see a partner that they are so glued to, and that person is, responding to them positively, you will see the person that you see the woman, the guy will always, you see the man will always want to come. You see you all want to come, you all want to come. So when you, the lady, you are giving that sexual pleasure and he's enjoying it and he going home, the person who's supposed to do it, who is legally responsible to do it, it is not doing it. Obviously, you will see the man will be focused to stream. But disclaimer, what we saying or what I'm saying here personally, I am not in a way saying that it is right for a man to get a side chick. No, this is not what I'm saying. Neither I'm not saying that
The
it is
man
not
trying to
right.
save himself from trouble.
Neither I'm not saying it is not right. But if you have a relationship that is bold, nobody want to be in boredom. That she's not affection, she doesn't have that affectionate behavior. You see her, she frowns at you every time. And for you to that response, you're not getting it from her. And you saw somebody that the man will say, I see one 16-year-old to 18-year-old teen, I get it. Oh no, the
You see
person,
here, we came somewhere.
yeah, the person
I
is
have a question for you, Andrew.
no
So when
problem.
you
I
were
come in.
marrying
The
her,
person
you
is
didn't
generally
see
obviously, yeah. Go ahead,
and
Anna.
Andrew,
Yeah.
when you were marrying her, you didn't know she frowns a lot.
No, no,
If
no.
So
That's not
you,
it.
you give that's
no,
the reason why you step out because she
understand,
frowns.
understand. I said it right. Anything that is not done, that cannot be was not done before marriage, cannot be done after marriage. If
Exactly.
someone have a negative attitude before marriage and you saw it, you went into marriage, it will not change.
Exactly.
It will not change them. My point here
Exactly.
is, some people they have hating agenda, they have hating mind.
Exactly. That's what I want to say.
They will not bring it out.
Possible.
They will not bring it out until they will say, "Oh, I only want a ring. Let me get a ring. When I get a ring, I will suck that man. Now bring me typical like me. They can do it. I want a
Mm.
ring. And once you get married to them, then at the time, they are God business, then the pastor. They are God business.
Okay.
Oh, I drink this drink.
Experience,
My pastor said,
experience.
my pastor said, they do want to focus on you as the husband every now and then from 9 to from 10 to 6 o'clock in the evening, they to the church, man daddy say. Many of
Oh,
them, and
oh,
that is the
okay.
reason, why many of the men, especially like the men, you will see them
Okay.
Sometimes.
going outside, going to get somebody and get such. Not necessarily they want to
Can
do it, but
can
their wives have refused to be affectionate to them, so they decide to go out because they don't want to be bold to get
can I
sexual
ask
pleasure
you a
or whatever. I
question?
rest my case.
I appreciate you
Thank you.
mention.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys mentioning that, but would you guys say there's something like marrying the wrong person,
No, no,
like how yes, a guy go and cheat on his wife and say, this person, the side chick is their soulmate. Do you believe that
no.
you can marry someone and then someone that you said was your soulmate, real? You can say you marry someone and then
See, what time am I
tomorrow you
supposed to
find
come back?
someone else and you say this person is, I think this,
She has not even spoken.
huh?
I'm just listening to you guys real quick.
Can you guys
The
understand what I'm
conversation is
saying?
interesting.
Can you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand you,
Like,
but more
because
people
what
speaking.
Andrew is saying kind of ties into like people and their soulmates, like how you say today the people hide their true selves before marriage, right? So do you believe that there's something like you marrying somebody thinking that that was your soulmate and then you find someone else as your soulmate, another soulmate? I'm not sure if I'm being
I
I'm,
think
I'm
you're making sense. And that's something that when I watched this video, there's about three things that I thought about. One, every relationship, I feel like what the lady explained right there, that's how most relationships starts, right? There's not a lot involved. There's not, the only expectation is spend time with each other and enjoy each other, right? And then there are different chapters of your relationship where you start to bring in children. They're an extension of the family. Now you created a family and the whole dynamics change. And the only thing I can say to that video, like I said, to each their own. I can't tell anybody choose there and do that. But I will say I don't think that is the concrete reason for a man to step out of a relationship. Yes, we all are going to do what is right, what we think will make us happy. And in that moment, if that's how you want to solve that problem, okay, do that. But there are consequences to every decision each and every one of us make, right? So I'm just thinking here, if your relationship with what everybody says, right? Even if the woman was somebody who's nagging, even if the person in the home is not happy, it's not one person's fault, it's everybody's fault in that relationship. Like you contribute to the home not being happy. How? Because you're not, there's something that's missing from the other side. And it's your responsibility to actually get to find out what's going on that side that the other person is not happy. That means there's a lack of communication, which is what everybody says, right? um Someone is not saying how they feel and someone's not acting there, and I think us women were mostly guilty of this because once you have children you abandon your relationship. I think in my opinion that's what happens, right? Because you think your whole focus and your purpose in that relationship is to take care of the kids and give the husband just whatever. But I also feel like that is where the husband, that's why there's two of you. That's what the husband and the wife need to communicate and figure out how to tackle whatever is going on in the home to be able to have that time that is so vital for your relationship to keep growing. Because you can't say, and the reason I really wanted us to talk about this because this happens so much in our community, and everybody just want to look at, oh, the man is a cheater, but it's not looking at all the contributing factor around it. One, you can't. Your children are going to grow up and leave. They're going to grow up and become men and women on their own. So things should be prioritized, and things should be put in place so that way there are time for you and your relationship. Now, side check contributing to the growth of relationship, I don't think so. I don't see how that can contribute. That can only move you further away from your relationship because now your focus is on something else. That's where you find your happiness. That's where you're at. So you're taking resources that are supposed to be completely share, which I agree with Jimmy. I think me and Jimmy on the same pitch on this one. Um,
So you guys
you
don't
know,
think that it can help a lady that has bad character to change?
I don't think so. I think people will change based on what is discussed in their home because if the man is not voicing it out and all I find out is you're cheating with someone because you think I'm not dressing properly, that's a quick fix. You could have talked to me and we could have had a different way of addressing that. You married me, we have children, a lot of things are changed. I don't think that's something that is a positive way to be able to get somebody to wake up.
No,
And even if you're bored, there's a way of we're adults. Like
no, but
communicate
I'm
your
talking
needs.
about instances where a man and a woman communicate. Like, for example, let's talk about intimacy, right? There are
Hmm.
some women and men. I know people actually. I know some people that they don't in, become sexually intimate with their partners, right? Because they are like, oh, I'm tired, I'm this. They always have an excuse, okay? And i- imagine being somebody that has a very stressful job. You come home, you have all these, going on with your body. You have a wife that constantly nags in your ear, speaks to you anyhow, no respect, right? And then you end up, she pushes you away, right? Then you go out, you meet someone that you guys eventually become friends, and then before you know it, you guys are you guys become
See,
intimate.
So
Okay.
let's
So
try to.
would you sorry?
see, see.
Yeah.
I think the discussion is supposed to go around the table.
Yeah, no, she kind of like
I'm
I
asking a
think
question
she asked
because we're
me a
having a
question based on what I
conversation.
was saying and it will
Same,
come
yeah.
to you. Uh-huh.
So maybe I should sit quiet so Jimmy can
No,
talk.
no, no. Say what?
No,
What
no,
was your question?
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
my question is I'm talking about instances where, nobody is saying that being a side chick is a good thing, right? But when you
Mhm.
guys say it doesn't have a positive side of things, I that's where I kind of disagree. And that's why I was
Okay.
asking you guys a follow-up question. In instances where a person has done their best to communicate, done their best to reach out, to voice out what is causing them to be hurt. Like, for example, you have a guy that does everything good for you, right, as a woman or a wife, and then
Yeah.
but yet you still not doing it, you're not listening to his needs. What happens in those type of situations? You
I
don't
mean,
think that
I think that's where there will always be a lack of communication, right? I think, in my opinion, right, I think this is where it becomes kind of like sticky. I think there's a valid point where somebody can tell you, one, there's an expectation and needs that I have in this relationship that are not being met. And this is what I'm going to do. I think because I'm somebody who I don't, I would just tell you what I'm going to do. So in that moment, it's not a side chick. If I was a man, I would tell you, well, if you have found this to be what it is you're doing, I think it's time we get another partner in this relationship. Because, and then you make it known, like, because clearly you're always tired. So you need somebody to help you out. I think I think saying that up front, it wakes somebody up. Then you actually indulging in those activities, and you're always spending your time there. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how is that going to build up your relationship in a positive way when you've already created this way to say I'm going to spend time with this person. And 9 times out of 10, you probably are dreading to come home. And when you come home, you probably don't even want to see that person now, instead of you wanting them, now you don't want anything with this person. It's just a business transaction now. I don't know. Jimmy, let's hear from you. You guys, we will, after Jimmy, and then we talk a little bit. Looks like we're going to run into the time today. We're going to look at the comment section because Remy Says Pro is flooding us a lot with a lot of things that I want us to jump into. Jimmy, let's hear what your, I guess we could make it fun of that. Then we talk about the comment.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all right. So, number one, the issue of side chick.
Mhm.
I continue to take my stand. It contributes nothing but distraction and destruction to the marriage. Number one, there should be no competition with another woman in the marriage. Nobody sitting on this platform that is in a relationship or that is married will encourage competition.
I don't have no competition.
Good. Number two,
Yeah.
the issue of side chick in a relationship, it makes the marriage vulnerable to the point of collapse,
Hmm.
especially when it is discovered that this person has a side chick. Let us not forget, I believe all of us here are Christian, and those watching, most of them are Christian, that we believe in the Bible. The only reason the Bible gave for divorce is adultery. It's adultery. So the issue bringing side checking how to call it, into the marriage, you are not only disrespecting your wife, but you are desecrating the institution that God established. Whether the side chick, tear you upside down, when you go to see her, whether she makes you feel anyhow. Listen, remember that you are coming home to somebody's child that you took from their father and mother and brought home. So you shouldn't think about just you. Think about that person that you come into. Number three, I would say, any woman who hope of getting married tomorrow, who are his own marriage in the future, will not indulge in being a side chick for another man that she will be in a bag. So the issue of side chick, it brings it lower the standard of that woman that is that have made herself to be side chick. Additionally, every man should marry a woman that he's mentally, physically, and emotionally attracted to. If your wife start to lose attraction in your eye, exercise leadership.
Mm.
Call her to book. Help her to redevelop herself. You know, we talked about this year before, and one thing I said adequately was that women, their body grow faster than men, especially after birth. Most women are likely to lose their their physical, shape after birth. So will you say because she doesn't have flat stomach anymore, so she doesn't look attractive to you, and because of that you're going to look for somebody with I call it with flat stomach? Yeah. If if you marry somebody, know that that person will get old, one day. And let me conclude. I've trained myself not to be talking too much. Um,
I want you to give your full thoughts on it, though.
New year, new you.
if if uh if a man is not having affection in his marriage, or is not enjoying things that he wants to enjoy before, you know, that called getting married, that's when you, the man, should exercise your leadership, because you are the head in that family. If you do not want that woman anymore, and there's no way you can help her to how to call it, develop herself, let her, how to call it, let her go. Let her go, and you continue with your, how to call it, you continue with your side chick. Side chick are only good for the time that they can get from you what they can get from you.
Then they should not
But
be good. They should not be there in the first place. If they're there for a particular
uh-huh,
reason, then they should not be there.
very good. And so that means you the
But
man now. You the man, and you gotta think.
no, but you the madanza in the home, so you gotta put yourself together too before the man go what's out too.
Hey,
Look, I do not want to put the responsibility on the women at home, you know, because all of us here, we have mothers and we have fathers who at some point were involved in those kind of things. And I do not want to walk in the negative steps of my father or anybody. I want to make sure I
I'll
live
find
a
your
life
wife.
that we set an example for my children at home. Okay? And some of them will go as low as getting somebody who is of the same age as their doctor. So
yeah.
what lesson are you teaching your children? So we all here. I want to leave with this question. Everybody that is supporting the issue of side chick, do you
I don't think
do
nobody's supporting it, though. Everybody's just
Well, let him finish yourself.
okay. Go
No,
ahead.
we are not supporting anything. We're just giving conditions.
Y'all
no? I
let him
understand.
finish. Go ahead, bro.
I understand. But while we are giving condition, we should also know that we have an audience that need to be redirected,
Yeah, of
and we
course.
need to,
No.
we do
Speed.
not have to,
Yeah.
we do not have to leave them in a position where they will be dangling with alcohol with decisions. We
You
have
are.
to make them know that this is good and this, or alcohol, or this is bad. I
Certainly, also
believe
alcoholic cocktails.
that that
It's a
that
win-win
is
if
the
a woman is
objective of
listening
this
to part
show,
of them.
to redirect people, and and help them, alcoholic grow
Yeah.
to be better
Yeah, they
people.
have to. I understand.
Well, let me step in there real quick. The objective is not, well, everybody is responsible for making their own decision. That's why it's kind of opinionated. You share your
Everybody
thoughts
is,
and
is responsible,
experiences.
but I
Yeah.
believe a platform like this should be helping people to make better decisions.
Well, if the information gathered here you feel is feasible enough for you to use for your life, then that's
Okay.
it. That's how um
All right. I submit.
Okay. So do you want me to
So,
go ahead to come up?
yeah,
Uh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
okay.
Maybe
And
somebody had a question for me. Anna.
yeah.
yeah.
I
So I
had a
think
question, but I'm good.
Peterson, you want me to just
Go ahead.
clarify
Yeah.
something because I
Yeah.
feel Jimmy's point is valid, but I want to just make a quick clarification. Is that okay?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
So, as I mentioned earlier, right? I did not say I'm encouraging people to have side chicks. There's no marriage without issues, okay?
But
My
side
thing
chicks shouldn't
is
be one of
when
those
you
issues.
find out, this was my point I was trying to make. When you find out that your partner has a side chick, okay? Look at the aspects of what that side chick is gonna hurt. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be very painful to see that that person you trust is seeing someone else. But you look at the aspects or the attributes, evaluate what that person, why that person left in the first place, what made that person step out of your relationship, out of your holy matrimony. Evaluate it. Once you identify the reason or whatever that need was, what he's trying to get from outside, use that opportunity to better yourself. He doesn't have to be the one to tell you that, oh, better yourself or do this and that. You evaluate it, talk with him or her, and find out why is it that you're stepping out of a marriage. The person will tell you, I've this, I've told you this, I've told you that. You didn't do anything about it. Use that opportunity to better yourself, not just for a peaceful marriage, but for you to also be a good person, meaning for you to better your life. Like when we're talking about the appearance, right? There are some people that when they married their wives, they were not big. Yes, they had kids, but then the person is someone that likes physically attractive people or people that are active, right? You if it's something that he's talking about your weight eventually is something that is your health. If he says you're too big, work on it. Don't just sit there and cry. You understand? Work on it because it's also helpful for you to be fit. So I'm saying that look at the positive aspects of it. Yes, it's a bad thing that he stepped out of your marriage. It's almost like a taboo. But then again, look at a positive side out of the whole thing. They say when you're angry or when there's something bad happening, look on the bright side. That's all I'm trying to expatiate here. So I just wanted to clarify that nobody
Thank
should,
you.
like I mentioned earlier, when you're married and you step out of your marriage, it means you're immature because, like all the good things that Jimmy mentioned about when you're getting married and the woman has babies, she gets big. So if you're mature enough, you know that people don't remain the same, right? All those physical attributes of a woman changes as she has kids and gets older. The same way as you as a man, all the six packs you used to have, as you age, you have a beer belly. So I'm just trying to say that when you're mature, there's certain things that you wouldn't step out of your marriage for. There's no man stepping out of your marriage that would say they're living happily ever after. So But that's why I wanted to clarify that. So I'm not I'm not misinforming anybody. Being a side chick is not a good thing. But everybody has reasons why they become side chicks. Does everybody want to stay being side chicks? No. So yeah.
Before Peterson come in, I want to say this. I think if each and every one of us sitting here at some point of our have all been side chick and side man. Because before you got married, you don't know if that other person was doing something else and they were doing and you were something else until it became clear. So I'm just saying, Peterson.
Jimmy will say speak for yourself.
No, Jimmy, you were a side man before. I promise you, you have no idea, but you were. I was a side chick before. I probably had no idea. We've all been. It's
No,
just when you
but
get married, you're not.
let me make something clear. Let me make something clear. Before Wako come in, the
Uh-huh.
the the,
Wait,
the issue about side chick.
Jimmy, before you go, you yourself, before you talk, you are not been on rooster somewhere before.
No, you guys should
My
not.
man, the issue about side chick, the issue about side chick is only married men and married women should be discussing side chick. But if you are single
You,
and
well,
I call it, you love someone, there's nothing that they both of you are at the same level. If you know,
what
maybe the
about
only
engaged people? Well, I don't want to go on a slippery slope here.
so so that thing about
Let,
I call it.
He gonna defend your own thing. You talking here?
let me
No,
hear from Peterson. I'm just saying, all of us have been side chick, side done.
Look,
Okay?
I
So
I want to
let's
say,
just put that clear. It's just tomorrow we make money out of it like other people.
I want to say this. The whole
yeah.
about this thing, Jimmy, like I said today, one of the key reasons for which we come with diverse view is to open the minds and be able to let people understand what is really into what we are discussing. It is not about being on a religious side or
I mean,
a
who is all religious are here?
I mean, because everything you say here, me, I told you, everything you say here is just a Bible class that you open.
No,
No,
no.
I come in, bro.
We want you to be in your reality
I want you
self here.
to come like Jimmy and speak to social activities before you tell the teenagers, oh, look, yeah, much at this thing like this, the best way to do it is this way. You understand the point? That's the point for me. I'm looking at. I don't want you to think that anyone here is endorsing how you call it some other behavior. Now, I want to come up with this point. Every relationship have something that can get it out of the way, and these things that can get those relationship out of the way, they creep in and take over the relationship when you fail to identify and realize that this particular thing is potential to kill my relationship. And that's it. And the major thing in life that can damage relationship is relationship outside of marriage. And I can be clear to you, there are mature people who understand that, you know why? Some people understand that, you know why? I know that in the midst of my own faithfulness, another person is a weaker vessel, or another
Yeah.
person will not be as strong as me. Therefore, there should be a room for consideration. It's in no way that that person is telling you, say, you get a green light, go ahead and do any other thing. But the person have understood that there is something that can cripple this relationship. If I will manage the relationship, if I will work on this relationship will be better, I have to understand certain things. So the issue of side chick, I mean, I cannot rule it out of marriage, but it is not a good thing for a married couple to involve into it. I want to be clear. And it's something that, look, most of these how you call it unwanted pregnancy that maybe sometimes end up to single parent They come out of that overvestation or overreacting to meeting your partner or hearing about your partner, even talking with other people and just take it out of proportion. Those days when we were coming up in the village, if you have your girlfriend or if you have a boyfriend and you got to know that your boyfriend is even communicating with other lady, I mean, some people emotionally they get wild. Who knows whether that person you're going so bitter against could have been the best person that you live together with. So the issue of searching, we cannot rule it out of the relationship. Equally so, it is not the best thing to do. And we can tell our audience that there are potential things that can ruin your marriage, ruin your relationship. So you got to watch out for it. And if you see it, you need to be careful how you handle it. You need to be careful how you handle it. Else, you will be single parent, and your children, when they live with one person, what you don't want, you may see that. I want to say that to the other side. Now, Jimmy mentioned, I mean not Jimmy, River says start mentioning about Bible quotation and stuff like that.
Right.
These are
Let me go to that real
yeah.
quick.
He talk about Isaiah. I did not he say talk about Isaiah. No, these
Yeah, I think I saw that.
mhm,
Isaiah. Yep.
these are things right here. He
You
said
want me to read it? Oh, you got it.
tells us about 7 women may want to be with one man or may be looking for a relationship. Now, what this says, each time people want to like cluster stuff and just single and just put it in one side and talk about it. I just feel that I mean I want to appease other people. I just want to be clear with this. This is what the Bible is just saying. Things like this will happen. And the Bible is not in any way suggesting to anybody that it is the right path to do. The Bible is telling
Right.
these days, things like this will happen. And when they are happening, know that these are potential grounds to get you away. So if you don't know, if we come here and tell people say that's the wrong thing, don't allow yourself to be, don't allow I mean, when you see it, just run from it. And tomorrow you see somebody into it. By the time you see a partner, yes, people were discussing about it. This is wrong. It's wrong. Yes. How do you handle it? How do you keep your relationship? So I just want to end on that note. That is not a right thing to do. Equally so, it is a potential thing to ruin your relationship. Handle it with care. Handle it with care. Else you go elsewhere.
Right.
Fee, let me
Answer.
clarify. Let me clarify something with that Bible verse. That
I'll give you 1 minute.
1 minute.
Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
just playing. Go ahead.
I don't know if somebody have their Bible to read that passage. You know, to read that passage, Isaiah 4, I think verse 1.
Just go ahead. Keep talking. We'll try to
Yeah.
figure it out.
So what Isaiah was speaking was in the context of marriage. There are women, uh, you know, in the last day who do not want to remain single and want to be married, and they will accept that even if the man just marry them, he doesn't have to do anything for them.
Yeah, that's it.
They just want them to be under his his name as Mrs. Mrs. Robinson, Mrs. Jackson, according to SYZ, and the man doesn't have to do anything for them. They just want to carry that title because in those days of Isaiah and even now, so in Israel, marriage is something that brings proud to family, to parents. Okay, so as Isaiah was not talking about you know, being a girlfriend to somebody who is already married. But you were talking about in the last day, they will want to be married to somebody that don't have to do
So
anything
that
for
is a
them.
polygamous. I mean, you're trying to say that mean there's a that mean about in the last about support a polygamous relationship.
So
Well,
basically, it's like women that
well,
are going to be willing to settle because of overpopulated people
Because if I
that
get
just don't
if I
have
get
it.
second
well,
wife,
well.
like I say, well,
We can discuss that another time.
Yeah.
We do not have the how to call it the luxury of time.
I agree.
You
I just
know.
tried to so we be thinking about it, so we can discuss it for another time on that.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in the group and then we'll come up with a topic on that. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, let's
It's my turn to go.
yes, go ahead and then we're gonna look at the comment section real quick. Then we try to close.
Okay. Thank you. Like the essence of this show is to get diverse view and to let our listeners, our audience know that whatever views that we're putting out here is to help them to be able to solve some difficult situation they're going on. And like I said from the onset of the show, I made it very, very clear that I'm not here supporting side chick into a marriage relationship. Neither I'm not against. The fact remains that, like what his name Peterson just put it clearly, we're not in support of everything like that. But this is should be serving as a warning sign, as a caveat. So our listener, our audience here that are in relationship currently, we should note that look, if you don't want for such chick to intrude into your relationship, do those things that your husband require, that your husband likes before you go. But if you're not doing it and you see the man outside there, he getting affection from outside there, then at the end of the day, you want to complain, then you hold yourself to be blamed. So those things are red flag. When you see this red flag, try to find means to mitigate it before it escalates. But if you don't do it, if the person get entrenched into that relationship, and men, I'm a man, so I know what I'm saying. When men get into something to get them out easily, it cannot be. It can be. That's the time women will start going to pray. All of the prayer warrior and they pray. Oh, my husband, forgetting to know you yourself created your own problem.
Right.
You created your own problem before even reaching to that far. So, in my concluding statement is, side chick does not in any way help relationship. It does not in any way destroy relationship. It depends the situation in that particular
The
relationship.
co-host, the co-host, the co.
Yes, it depends the situation in that particular relationship. You as a lady in your home,
The
take it to
man, the
your home,
man,
your husband.
he trying to save himself from
If
something.
you do not take care properly, and a man go there, we're not saying they should go and do it, but we are also saying you as a woman do what you're able to do best to avoid certain situations like that. Thank you.
So anyway,
Thank you,
we're talking
thank you,
about side
thank you,
chicks. So we'll
Andrew.
come to men later on in
Yeah,
another
we need
group.
to talk about the rooster too. The roosters.
Yeah, we'll do the roosters, the
The
side
fat
rooster
turkey,
name.
fat rooster.
So
You mean adding that he
I'm
had not
glad
been
that
rooster,
we
he had not been rooster before he adding that he been never been a rooster.
oh my goodness. No, I really like this conversation because I think this is something that is really, really getting into a relationship and people um are not paying key attention to. They're just, it just become like a sound bite where everybody talk about it and go by the business and say, yeah, they're destroying. But I truly wouldn't blame the side chick themselves that
See,
they're the ones that
Rosa process, you check your inbox.
I checking it, I'm checking it, I'm checking it.
That's
Um
the process, right?
uh, um yes, 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 yes. Please come on. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome to let me send the link to him. I don't think side chicks are they one that are causing the relationship to
No.
have problems, right? It's the individual that are in that relationship is choosing to have that extracurriculum activity. So that issue should be resolved between those people. And I also now, as we're going around and discussing it, I'm seeing where it could benefit, even though it's not directly helping the relationship, it could benefit it because once I see where Anna is coming from, now I see her point. that if you're seeing that, is like catch it quickly, have a conversation about it, and fix the issue. But I also feel like the man too has a huge responsibility to do, because if your home is falling is a direct reflection of you. We had this conversation here, right? Like your leadership, your relationship depends on your leadership. And if you
Like,
can't, huh?
oh, somebody. Oh, sorry. Somebody was giving.
Yeah, somebody say something. Um, Let me see. Riverside Pro wants to come in real quick. We were
No.
about to address all your questions, so you know what? Come on, Riverside Pro, give it to us. We're ready. Let's go.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yes,
Good,
bro.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, let me just say, back when I was in grade school, literature was my favorite subject. So we had topic like, I did a lot of literature. That's my strength. When it comes to
Uncle
math
Queen,
and
I'll tell with
everything.
the story.
So we had,
Jimmy.
yeah, we had like topic like things for a part where they will ask question. The coming of the white missionary. We
Yes.
Ah,
know, yeah, the negative and positive. So that's how when we have topic, it's not meant to impose what you believe on people. You know,
yeah.
when they gave us these topic, there are people who said the coming of the missionary was negative because what happened? It changed our culture, it changed our way of life, and it introduced Christianity. Other people will say no, Christianity decreased barbarism and other acts. So that's the concept I look at everything, when it comes to these podcasts show. I don't like when everybody just agreeing to the same thing. It kills the whole thing of the show. But
Exactly. What says you make
yeah, so
Yeah,
there's not a Sunday school. Look, I'm a
you have a
Sunday school teacher in my
diversity.
church.
What you
I
guys are not
got wife.
understanding
So
here, what you guys are not understanding here is that I am pushing my part of I'm pushing my opinion. Okay, I'm not
Dave.
here to yeah.
Are we get?
I am pushing my opinion, and
But
I
we are
expect
also
you
doing
to
the same
counter
thing
at
too.
it.
We are also
You
doing the
know,
same thing too.
side
I
chick.
call it, and that's what the debate
Hey,
is.
Mama Jimmy, I
You
just
push
got
your
in
Hold
side,
this
on
month.
one second, Jimmy. Hold
Yeah,
on
you
one
push your
second.
side, and I
yeah,
push my side. So
yeah,
let's,
yeah.
I
Jimmy,
call
so
it,
side chick. I
there's
don't
nobody
condone.
imposing anything here.
I don't
Okay,
Telling you
condone.
to
Jimmy.
stop.
I don't condone it, but we are talking about that fee selected that topic because what I did, I listened when she played it. That's how people do. I listened, and that lady made a lot of interesting point for married women to learn from. She said a lot of things when a woman talk about that
Exactly
yeah,
my
the woman,
point, River
yeah,
says pro.
yeah, she did.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, you see, she did not denigrate. She didn't say, "Oh, he wear fat, he wear this, that." No, no, no. She didn't say it. That girl, that lady, she was very calculative. She was very,
Exactly.
yeah. You see,
She was
so these
very intentional.
are intentional. So these are things that we should listen to and say, this is what she said. She said that without 45 minutes,
Exactly.
yeah, when he come, when in that time, I'm right into I'm right in his face and asking him
Exactly.
questions. All those things, those are the
Those
details
are
I
things
listen
that
to.
women need to learn. It's not that they
Exactly.
are saying you're not a good wife.
Welcome,
You know.
Liberian Eminem.
So
Welcome.
so I think yeah, like I said, it is a great topic. Look, I mean, let me say this. For me, this is a show. I want to be honest. Like me, I came up in a polygamic relationship. My father had like three women, which is so my mother, he had one first, then he had the second wife. My mother came in, but traditionally the other wife brought my mother. But who knows if my father was even seeing, so these things, it happened. A lot of us came out now. We're not saying now, but look, today, in my family, among all the other people, I'm the only, now, I'm not saying it had anything to do with anything, but God help me, I'm on this side. Okay, I'm like the breadwinner for the family. So sometimes these things, God has a way of it happening. Again, I'm not justifying side chick or polygamy and other things, but sometimes we just look into it. There are other aspects of it too that it's good for us to dive into and look and learn some lesson from that. Say, oh, so this was when you look in the Bible, Ishmael, technically, Hagar was a slave girl. Maybe she was not a side chick, but if you look at it in that scene, like after this lady Sarah could not have child, what happened? She threw Hagar on her husband and they born Ishmael. Ishmael is the father of a whole Islamic generation. If you look at Solomon in the Bible, Solomon was born from Bathsheba. Bathsheba was that even David's wife? After David killed Uriah, but what God did, God could have said, you know what, David, I will destroy Bathsheba. Even though the first child died, after God punished David, what happened? Solomon was the one who built the temple. So, my people, there are so many things that we have to be careful with being so religious and so biblical on things, because some of these things yielded positive results for people in the Bible at that time, biblical time. It was acceptable, and they found a foundation of Christianity today.
I mean,
So,
it's different way now.
yeah, so yeah, man, it's a great show, but I just came in to just stress that point. But Fee, thank you for bringing this topic. Is interesting.
Thank
These
you,
are
River
things for,
Session.
yeah, you see your married women, you and Anna, and married women always, yeah. I don't know why we're here this topic. Yeah. Look, I went under the comment section. All the women are mad. I can't see that. Okay, the same thing will happen to your daughter. They swearing at that lady like hell.
So that's my point, right? River Session,
Yeah,
because I
No,
feel
I
like
like this
every
topic,
time.
you guys. I
Can you
really
guys
like
hear
it.
me? Can you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
Yeah,
hear
go
me?
ahead.
yeah. We can
I
hear you,
think
Anna.
that's my point, and a lot of us women, to be honest, and that's why when I listened to the video, I was looking more about the things that the point she made. It makes a whole lot of sense, right?
Hmm.
She's
Yep.
not saying that she likes being a side chick forever. She said it works for her at that particular time of her life. There are
That's
people
part
that
of
don't
her
have
mission.
money, and yes, she has a
That's her
mission
mission
that
that
she wants
moment
to
to make
accomplish.
you
It was not like
happy.
she didn't come off to me like a prostitute or selling her body for money.
Nope.
She basically said her needs at that time require someone that can provide. And
Yes.
a single man may not be able to provide those things because he's only going to be sharing with one person. Two, he will not be able to provide her needs 100%. A married
Careful,
man
careful.
comes,
Jimmy won't
he knows
follow.
that he's desperate. A single man is desperate. A married man is desperate and will make sure that he will be focusing on expressing his needs at that time, which may not be as much as a single person, because a married man will have a specific specific need which
Yeah.
she can easily provide for very little money.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
True.
I mean, we're laughing at this thing, but it's something that is very serious, right?
It
We
is.
think that, we think that, and don't get me wrong, there are men out there that are not promiscuous, like our man Jimmy here. He's not a promiscuous guy.
You,
Not
So,
you
at
can
all. Not at all.
But Anna,
you can
Anna. Okay, Anna. Let me ask this
Don't
one
put
question.
everything on topic mode
Anna,
for Jimmy before you
I
give
you
them
come
can't
to
the
be
that.
too
pointer.
sure.
Anna,
You can't be
yeah.
too sure.
Okay, Anna, let me ask this one question before you leave. So it is USP. It is. I mean, statistically, every woman. I've been listening to this from celebrity. They say all men cheat. So the fact that you already got it at the back of your mind that all men cheat, like,
No,
I mean,
I
oh man, I'm
disagree.
cheap, please.
I disagree. I don't
oh
think all
really?
men cheat, though. I
No,
don't think
I
all
don't
men
think
cheat.
all men cheat.
I
I
don't
think
think all
when
men
the
cheat.
opportunity arises
Mhm.
and they can do it, they will. It's not that
Mhm.
they're cheaters. I don't
Okay,
think that.
okay. Because that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
general concession,
Yeah,
concession,
no, it's
concession
not every
always.
man that cheats. And there are
Okay.
men,
Mhm.
that's why I keep
That
talking
that
about
is not a that
maturity.
not be a good
It takes
consensus.
a
If
lot of
anybody,
it takes a lot from a mature man to resist from
That's true.
temptations, you know. So,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they
no,
have there's
I
some
don't
type
want
of
us to.
vulnerability. There's
Anna,
something, yes.
I just don't want us to tie this thing around.
Yeah, around that, please.
Okay, yeah,
No,
sorry.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
It's
Continue.
comment
okay.
where
this is
I'm
this
trying
is
to comment on what River says Pro has asked now.
yes.
Yeah,
So, so you guys want me to respond to
Go
that?
ahead, go ahead. Finish.
yeah,
Let's
He
go
has
to that
asked a
comment.
question, so I'm responding.
It's
I'm
okay. Go
saying
Okay.
that,
ahead,
yeah.
Anna.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Anna, because I mean
I'm
it ties
saying
into the same topic.
yes, I'm saying that it's not every man that cheats. Don't get me wrong. And men, they always say men are cheaters or promiscuous in nature. I can understand where they say men can, get led on, they can get seduced and the rest. But a man that is mature, a man that has self-discipline, will resist, regardless of how beautiful that person is, because that man values what he has.
And
You
I
Mhm.
understand?
remember back in the days when we were single, though. Don't say that. I'm just kidding.
No. There were still guys that would say, I appreciate the gestures or whatever, but I'm married. There are guys that have that self-discipline. To be honest, there are some guys that are like that. So it's not every I don't believe that every man is a cheater. I don't.
Okay.
So yes, I don't. There are some exceptions, and those exceptions are very disciplined and always have but in the back of their mind how valuable their wife is to them.
True, true.
They weigh their options to see, should I risk losing my marriage for this? You understand?
Yes, true.
Yes. So So I'm gonna say something to be funny. If women didn't make themselves available, men will not be considered cheaters. So therefore, women are all women can cheat too. If we're gonna classify all men as cheater, because cheating involves two people, right?
I mean,
So,
I
I
like
don't know
that
about
point.
that.
I like that
Men
point
are
to you.
mostly the ones that approach
huh?
women.
No, no, no.
Men are the ones that mostly approach
No.
women.
And
So I don't
no,
get.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you. If
Unless the
you
women go behind there, they go in your DM.
no.
They
It's
go
not
in
a
your DM and send you messages.
No, but if you don't respond, how does that happen?
no.
Exactly.
This is it. This is it. The two persons I try to accomplish certain in. This is what I keep saying. We try to accomplish certain in. Sometimes we look at we hear this thing from the periphery. We don't know the detail of them, and so we judge it from our own point of view. But these things happen when people want to satisfy certain desires, certain in. Which
Yeah.
of course the river said clearly said it. Which of course the only disagreement I had with river says is to like tie it to the sources of these things happening. And I feel there is no grounds of immoral act will come with good fruits. It is the grace of God. If you want to go that way, it's the grace of God and in his unmeasurable pardon and and pardon of you can make you to succeed in some things, and you feel that, oh, I went through it and I came out free. No, I don't want to look at it for that way. It's a mercy of God that carry people.
Yeah.
But what I want us to understand is these things happen. They
Uh-huh.
happen because we are just a weaker vessel. We don't just we are not spirit. Okay, a, a lady may not want to do certain things. A man will keep pressing on that lady. That lady will change. A man may not want to do certain
That's a
things.
weak lady.
That I
Then they
bet
should.
you. Don't bring that argument here, Anna.
That's a
Don't bring that
weakling.
argument. Don't
Felicia,
bring
he
that
doesn't
argument.
know.
Don't bring that argument.
The
And
the girl
some
is weak.
man,
She can't stand on her own.
some
She's
man may not
weak.
want to do
She's
something.
weak. She's weak.
But that's it. Everybody can be weak. It can be a weak lady. The thing, what you are strong, you may be very successful to accomplish. It may not be successful for other people.
That's true.
Okay?
I
But
And
agree.
your
I want
weakness
to add this.
could be
I
the strength
think.
of other people.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Finish your thought.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the weakness of you could be the strength of other people. So if you think that the person is weak, that's why the person went into that temptation. Hey, you got your own side. And for me, I always say a lady will say no to a man when she does not love that man, because everybody, in fact, a married woman that is well committed, or I will see something and she will desire it. Only her emotion will control her. Anybody for that matter. You
That's
may see
only if she
something
wants it
and
though.
you like it, but you say, look, anxiety is in me that is keeping me away. And when that thing that is keeping you away start to, you know, go as another way, you will definitely yield into it. So don't we cannot say that we are so strong. It's just by the grace of God.
I agree, but I also think a woman that actually agreed in the beginning, she was interested in that. but she was just waiting for the right opportunity to say yeah, kind of like
Exactly.
reevaluating. So
Mhm.
initially, like women knows when they're interested and they know when they're not upfront. They
Mhm.
know they are interested, but they're outweighing the consequences of it, and they're saying, okay, because some women know if I do this, I know my relationship's gonna end. What am I gonna benefit out of it, right? So
Mhm.
people usually reevaluate and then they say yes. They were going to say yes before, but they just are playing around and playing funny games. So, but I want us to go to the comment section real quick,
Right, right.
so that way we can close.
Mhm.
We've ran our time over, but I like the conversation.
There's a comment that Mr. Liberian something said. And I wanted to quickly comment on that. And I think
All
Jimmy and
right,
I
I
have
want
had that
us to go to
conversation.
I want us to work in order so we can get down to him because he came late, so he's gonna have to wait for his comment.
Okay.
So, River Face Pro has said something earlier. He said, I think a significant amount of people are experiencing boredom in a relationship. Their activities become too repetitive and predictable. Those things create a friction and lack of excitement in their marriages. The side chick might bring some mental stability and calm in the man's mind. Woo, how so?
That's the point I was making. That's the point, and that point is very strong.
So can I
For
Yeah.
how long though? I don't want us to wait too much time on the comment, but if you can say one thing, what will you say about that comment?
the
Each
comment you just
person.
passed?
Yeah, this one. What would you
I
say?
think everybody needs to play a part at trying to make the relationship exciting. Yeah, it's true that it gets repetitive, especially when you guys say happily ever after, which means it's forever, right? So you have to look for different things in your relationship, not just sexual, to keep your relationship going. You have to find things to reunite you guys, make more memories together. Everybody has equal responsibilities to keep the relationship exciting. So I think that people need to try to look for things to keep their relationship going. And then it
Okay.
says the side chick might bring some mental stability and calmness. Every person deserves a mental stability, whether the man or the woman. So it's about communication. You have to make sure that you guys have open communication, learn to listen more than talking you know so when you listen, you try listen to understand and not listen to speak. So
Thank you.
that's what I would say to that.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Who else want to add something real quick? What do you have to add?
I just want to say yes, I agree with him. Subject on many notes, people who believe in it, it brings mental stability because when you come from there, exactly as the woman say, when you are disturbed, it comes from somewhere. Sometimes it keep that relationship, but it's not the best solution ever for a man to get into it. And I just said it. You can play into many other beautiful things that will, resuscitate your marriage. Not subject, but yes, we can say no to that. It's true.
So basically, at that point, that person is only care about their mental stability. They are not thinking about the other partner too.
Well, when you sick, the first thing you do, you take treatment, and after
Oh man, I set myself up for that one.
after the treatment, after the
Okay, can I make my comment on this?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right. You see, River says Pro, your point is valid. But
right,
here is my thing. Before marrying that woman, did you examine her like and dislike? Did you try to find out if she's the outgoing person or she's an introvert or she's an extrovert? You know, because most people get married and and base their judgment of getting married to a particular person just on maybe one good time that they had together. But did you evaluate that person, ability to adapt to other activities or get involved with other activities? You know, and also boredom. Boredom doesn't mean the outside, appearances or the outing. So sometimes boredom can also be in the bedroom. Okay, everyday missionary, everyday missionary, everyday missionary. You know, you see,
Well,
I didn't want to
why the
talk.
men too can't come up with ideas too? Why gotta be the woman?
I didn't want to talk too much, but
Jimmy,
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 how do you
talk
call
too
it?
much,
Jimmy,
please.
But
Jimmy.
let's say you only have cassava leaf, but at least sometimes try to do a fry cassava leaf. You do a
No, no, no,
with a red oil cassava leaf, or sometimes you cook pancana, you put pancana oil in it, or sometimes you use the coconut oil, and all of that, you know, it is the same cassava leaf, but in a different ways, you know.
Well, remember the woman said as soon as he come to the door, she hope he take off his shoes, all that. Why she leaving the two little children, especially my own, that be hanging on my hips?
No,
See,
the
you
thing
might get
is,
low pianti too much, man. Why? Why you trying to make the woman look guilty?
Listen, my husband, when I said this with him, he said, so I started training again, scatter your heart, bring you up down here.
you know,
Oh,
and back to that woman, I continue to say, she is a business woman at that point. She is marketing. You see, so her priority is to satisfy her customer, so that the customer will come back. So she's using, you know, her customer.
Customer
How
service
do you call it?
skills.
She's using her business strategy to maintain her customer. And you see,
Okay,
the wife,
let's go to the next comment. Come on now. Sorry.
say,
Finish.
Fee.
Yeah.
Fee, I beg you 5 seconds. Jimmy just got me laughing when he talk about introvert. Jimmy, me and my wife met on the refugee camp. The Guinea people have our infants. We know what they call introvert and extrovert. We can go out. We were like locked up. So that
but you say
that
it
people
all.
were using. We didn't
I
even.
just, I just wanted to say something.
we,
yeah, my man,
we
I
didn't go
agree
to
with
no
you.
bar. I don't know
I
whether she
agree
can
with
go
you.
or I don't know whether she can go or we just in our little refugee camp. We just met there. So Jimmy, that introvert, extroverting, that just recent I started hearing that word. Yeah, my brother, please. Yeah,
My
thank you.
brother,
Let me.
my
Just,
brother.
just accept it as it
It
is.
was a condition. It was a condition that I call it that got you all, in that situation. And you see, but if it was on neutral ground, where you both feel, financially, I call it independent and all of that. Come on, my man. You know, and also the man should not lean solely on the woman. The man should be the one to ask the woman out a lot of time. A lot of time, even if there is food in the house. But tell your wife, say, "Oh, honey, I saw this good restaurant. Can we go out and eat today?"
What? You can't even cook Jimmy. Not everybody can go out and eat.
All right.
You bringing
Stop
beautiful
it.
points, though, but anyway,
Uh,
Next.
we don't
so,
have
so
time. We
I
don't have
want to
time.
look at this other one. This other comment. It said, I disagree, Anna. Men are not attracted to side chicks because of their mini skirts or half blouse. It's, hello? It's purely, Jimmy, you coming on twice?
Is that
So,
Jimmy?
I'm about to give my
Yeah,
input on
please
that.
remove the previous one.
I'm
okay.
I'm going to give
Yeah.
my input on this.
Oh,
Hello, can y'all hear me?
we
Yeah,
don't
I
hear
can hear
you.
you.
Is that Jimmy is up?
Jimmy is. Oh Lord.
I'll give my input on this since it was directed to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when I mentioned about the short skirts, I used it as an example. And then I mentioned in that same statement that whatever the need is. So when you communicate with your spouse, you will know exactly what attracted them to that side chick. So it's not necessarily the mini skirt. Some people, like I mentioned, the nagging, there are some women that nag a lot and they go to the side chick to get a peace of mind. There are some that will go to their wife because they need that sexual, whatever, you know, the sex or whatever. They go there. So everybody has a different need, reasons, hence the reason why they go out and get a side chick. So whatever that reason it is, their wife should seek to understand what made their husband leave in the first place. That's my point. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the
Okay.
mini skirt. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Okay. Yes. Yes. It make a lot of sense.
Also, I lost my thought. I was gonna say something.
The next,
All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know. So this one was for we already covered that
Yeah.
one.
We're gonna cover that one.
And then this one said, "This is for me. Fee is only concerned about resource. A man still give you all the resources and still be depressed. Do you consider his
Saga.
position?"
Okay, feel. Let me just give you the exact thing what I meant because you said,
Okay.
well, the man taking our resources. You are looking at you are immediately looking at a distribution of resources. You know, your boss of money, money business. So now what I was saying is, you were
I understand different.
exactly, you were focusing on the man giving away your resources. So I was thinking like, I mean, besides the resources, or that other aspect that you were considering his mental state, why he decided to go there. Because I mean, he could give you all his wealth, but could still go cheap. I mean, that's what that was my point.
Let me say this. If he rich enough to take care of two women, he can get another one. I'm
You,
not suffer.
you sure? You sure?
So what?
Checking, man.
If he
Forget it.
rich enough, I don't want to see her. She wanna come to my house. Don't be a cheering around me.
You're a strong woman for that too, Mama.
No, I'm laughing, but I'm being
As
serious.
long as he lets you have a side.
No, no,
Fee,
no. I don't really want to say I don't
So that
care.
fee,
your other
I
needs.
don't want to blink for water. I
fee,
don't want to
fee,
blink for electricity bill. I'm not paying any bill anymore.
fee,
If you
fee.
can take care of everything and another person, guess what? Woo, happy family.
See, the first thing would be in your head, okay, the man buy you a BMW, thinking that, damn. So, wait, I wonder she got a Mercedes Benz because
I'm not you gonna feel myself from you yet. I don't want to know. Like I know you have it, but I don't want to see you all
I
together. I
beg
want to
you,
see it.
fee, you feel who
Forget
I
it.
know that I beg you, you just saying it
Yeah.
like that.
No,
She's
what
just
I says, I
talking.
just want to
If
say
if
this
that
on
happens,
this.
you see her venting
Even
and
though,
flush.
even though you're speaking
I
of
will call you Anna.
even though you're speaking of
She's
resources
just
here,
talking. You guys
Uh-huh.
but
don't mind her.
think,
She's just talking.
I think, holistically, um, the resources, the way that I understood what you mean by resources in relationship is not only giving you money or giving you
You're probably not want me physically anymore now. Lola, I want to wrap the
the time
bitch.
alone, the time. The man is when the man is going out, the man is carrying the time.
Mm-hmm.
The time after work, you guys supposed to sit and at least smile together. That time is shared.
True.
That alone kills relationship.
Yes, yes. Yeah, good point. That's a good
Besides
point.
that time, you get a concern. Look, the science is just clear. Matter is just clear. Two things cannot occupy one thing, one space at the same time. It's not possible. When you get, look how beautiful you are. If another woman gets in your relationship, that beauty will look like some kind of red.
True.
And
True.
you will start thinking, am I not beautiful enough? What is
Yes,
happening? I don't
yes.
You
know.
gonna cry? I will make her cry. Peter saying, I will make her cry.
Whatever
Fee,
you do, you're gonna
Fee, Fee, remember you are the wife. You are like on the defense and you can make her cry.
I
And
will make her cry. And then when me and my children are gonna stay in front of her door, we will make her cry.
look, look when side check enter the building. I don't care who you are. Even you are a queen.
Everything dropped.
You can come down.
Everything dropped.
So
Is
that's
is
kind of
there
that's
is
kind
there another giving a kickback here? Another want to make sure they hold their ground. They ain't taking no chances.
Anybody post profile will bless.
nobody can allow that thing to happen. So
That's
Oh.
when the whole room is heavy. You can even lift her on with spoon.
Wait, what did River say about me?
No,
No,
no, no. I said any side post for the whole building shaking. What?
I,
it was
I said, all of y'all holding your ground, and you want to make sure that all of y'all having a kickback. The women to make sure because those
no
side
space
chicks,
for
they are disruptor in chief. Like the
They
Peterson said,
are.
anywhere they enter, nothing can be normal anymore. Look, yeah,
nothing.
look, I don't care how calm that
This
lady is talking over there, but just imagine that whom she talking about. Imagine how many women sitting down there now and thinking under that post like, wait, why is she talking like she's talking to my husband? Seriously, women are
Don't check on that woman post. You will
and
see
But
and
that.
let
then
me tell you guys, I have been on the other side where there was a chat chick that my ex. I think I shared this on here. I
Mhm.
was in a store ready to go cook, and the both walked hand in hand.
Hey,
Lord Jesus told me that day. Ooh,
how do you call that? Is that side check or side check side
I
check?
mean, we were not married. Well,
you guys were engaged.
yeah, we were engaged, but it was like, but that relationship didn't work out anyways. But still, it was like, and I heard the whole story. I mean, I was proud of myself. I stayed as calm as possible, and I walked out of that place with my dignity.
Something was
And then I
eating,
acted a fool.
eating
I
you.
kept my fancy name intact
Something was
because,
eating you. Something was eating
but
you up.
it's very destructive. It's
Ah,
hurtful.
that's the
It
point.
you know it hurt. That's what I'm gonna say. It hurt.
It hurts. So no one can boast of
So
being a
let
Yeah.
let
family.
let me say this. I don't know if this will make you guys look at me any different, but if that ever happens to me, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Just know you're going to be the one crying and begging me because I'll have my own side. What is
Oh,
the side one? Yes.
side.
What?
the rooster of
You,
fried
you know
chicken.
Yeah,
that there's this thing they say two can play that game. We
Yes.
both play the game.
Guy.
yeah, but
Look,
then we
we're talking
find
about the moment. We're talking about
yeah,
And I'll make
That
sure
means the relationship is over. That's
on the
just it.
scene. We're talking about on the scene. We're not talking about
we'll
you
play the
going
game.
to like
We'll
plan
play.
and then start strategizing and start to react. No, we're talking about that moment you get to
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
moment.
I can compose myself. Like
Yeah,
I will hold myself and not do anything.
all
But
that will
when
be
you
good.
come home, I will cook the best
Inner,
soup.
your inner man, your
Yeah, you cook
inner
a
self
pepper,
will
he'll
be
be going
flowing.
out. What's the point?
That's the point.
No,
What's the
Anna, you don't understand. I will cook the best soup for you. You will drink it.
I say low. No, let me tell you now, all that thing you're talking, I know a lot of women. The next thing you would do,
Well,
I know some women.
where is Jimmy? Where is Jimmy here now?
Let me run away.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
The,
Jimmy,
o-
man,
the,
having
the odd
issues.
thing
Jimmy
that gives him a
tired
little
now,
bit.
yo.
Jimmy said he had to leave. He had to leave.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're just joking around now. But it
okay, let's
was
go
a
to
great one.
the
That's
lab.
what a Liberian eminent. They man a lawman. So when you read this thing, you make sure you know law.
Okay.
Um, so he said I think we call
We
that
call
bar
that
man
bad
or bar
woman,
woman. What?
woman.
I'm confused.
In law, these are people who just want to know the consequences of the law. If the penalty is higher, they won't pursue, but if it is lesser, they
Hmm.
definitely will take a shot.
Did we
Most
miss something?
Yes, you missed one point about something that yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
He said
this
I
one.
would say that focuses again on law and not all laws are manifest. What
Yeah,
does it
that's
say?
the
I
one I
can't even
wanted to
see.
a
comment on.
manifested rating.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to
You
comment
guys
on
can read
this.
it, right? Because I can barely see the lights.
I wanted to comment on this because there's something they call polygamous marriages. Every person in a polygamous marriage is aware that this is happening. No, it may not be consensual, but it's something that every party is aware. When you have a side chick, the other person, the wife in question, does not know. But the side chick knows that she has a what's the word? She has a co-wife.
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. Yep.
So I think, Brigel, be quiet. But in this case, I would say, you know, when you have a polygamous marriage, you're aware of it. At least you can prepare yourself and to be ready to share, and you guys have equal rights to things, certain things, right? But in a side chick relationship, you feel like, as a wife, you feel like you're robbed off of your inheritance almost. So
Yeah,
it's
but
something that they're doing behind your back. It's like they're taking what rightfully belongs to you. So
but
you
but but
have the right to fight back.
yeah, but Anna, okay, I can't. Like, let me. I'm kind of half blind. I can't even read that
Are
thing.
you paraphrasing what the guy
But
wrote?
I can't even read it. But Anna, let me ask you this question. So what changes for you, or what changed for you women mentally? Okay, you talk about the polygamy, which is something to recognize. Okay, it's like a co-wife. Okay, you are aware of it. So I mean, what I mean to so what I mean what I mean mentally, how does that? I mean, how do you guys? I mean, how does that affect your mentality? The fact that you know of this other woman, okay, assuming you were there first, Anna, like my situation where, one woman was there, but then I don't know why arrangement happened between she and my late father, blew she went and brought my mother. So the fact that you were there before, remember, you were running the whole show and another woman coming. Okay, you're two now. You accept it. Okay, but that's the side check on the other side. So, I just want to get into your head and women like
Okay,
mentally,
so
yeah.
I think I get where you're coming from. So to cut you short,
Mm-hmm.
a second wife, yeah, I had everything before we got married. Brielle, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
We had I had everything before we got married, but when the second wife came, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we have to share some of the resources, right?
Yeah.
But a side chick can take. I know for having a co-wife, you guys share the resources. Let's
A
say, God
side check
forbid,
always
the
take
guy
more.
dies.
That's
Let's
the
say,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
thing.
God forbid, the guy dies. I still
Mm-hmm.
have, I still have, I still have legal matrimonial rights to
Yeah, you
our
got it right. He always
Yeah.
take more. Don't understand that.
to
He
all of
take
our
more.
properties and stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
side chick can come and use charm kayamata and take everything away, and I don't have anything.
Yeah. That one are true.
So this is what the guy is saying, right? Fee, this is what the guy is saying. The guy is exactly talking about a traditional aspect in African society.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that a law, these things in a law, they call that recognition. They recognize it when it happens, and one or two persons or three persons doing it is recognized, and they recognize that in law. So indeed, in the African setting, these things happen. So, like Anna said, a hair woman will be there and go after another lady, bring that lady home, and it's recognizable in African setting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that play into Sachik. I don't think that play into it. Sachik is different from having another woman coming home. Another woman coming home is a complete different thing.
True.
You know that this person had come home, and when my husband is not in his house today, my husband will be in the real house. That's a clear understanding. Everybody knows very well. In fact, the hair woman said, "We know that my other, mates will be having that man this there. I don't have time for him." They know that, but Sajay has to do with you say something without hearing you. Sache has to do with Sache has to do with you going out there. The lady knows nothing about this girl, and more often subjects are younger, how you call it, a lady. okay, more younger than your wife, or maybe have
Younger, prettier, and just everything is free.
and pretty is questionable because something could be pretty to me, it could not be pretty to Don. So pretty
I know.
pretty is
Eh,
not
eh,
so, so. But
eh,
what there is something that individual has seen in that in a lady is going for that, considering that to be side chick. So side chick is completely different from this scenario of
eh,
hair white and
and,
so
and,
forth.
and, and quick, I think the more now seriously I'm feeding for the women, of Fee and Anna, what I'm thinking right now. I'm
Thank
like kind of
you.
like I mean with his other second wife, the legal second wife, like you guys know. I mean, sometimes they got extra room, but almost everything about each other. But with the side there, you kind of thinking that what sensitive information my husband are giving to the woman, but you know what I'm saying, like.
Yes,
So many things. Yeah, you like, wait a minute, does she know about
And
all
and
kinds
listen,
of
that is when a lady
yeah.
see you, she start laughing, So
yeah,
And
like
Minister From, let me tell you, from Sasha, they said, what? The man giving me all the money, I can't let him go. The man went there with the intentions just to enjoy
yeah,
and live. But now she want claim ownership and start calling, he at my house.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah, they brave now, Fido. Fido, Fido better buckle up. Those girls, they are moved started to a new level now. They're not way back thing, but they're where they used to how. Now the children
Minister
now they
From, nobody can perform right now. I can even call it mental news.
God, I mean,
oh
this is
Oh my goodness.
you
Oh
know,
man, that was a great conversation, man.
we just had
Um,
it. So I won't advise you to promote that little video on your show because
no, no,
that
no, I'm not putting on much.
yeah,
that video when they start eating your lean.
I'm telling you. That- and
You know,
Peter, see, man, and,
then
and,
we
and,
have to be pushing God and then I hold I can put such a bit
and,
yeah.
and, and Peter said, the lady, when you watch that video, she is so confident. She is so
Confident.
relaxed. Just the woman
Well,
can
let me tell
charge
you,
a whole
that's
new
how
meaning.
I like her. You know why I like her? She
Uh,
know what she wants and she know exactly what she's going after. And there's no guessing about it. So any of those men that she's involved with, they know. But my only issue is she's only targeting married men because they have
yeah,
something to lose.
yeah,
That's what I feel like side check goes for.
But
They
actually,
have
for me,
something to lose.
I think that lady is giving a message. She may not
Yes.
yeah,
get be in that kind of art. To me, when I listen to her, I just feel that she's pushing a point,
yeah, for education purpose. That's what I think too.
telling people
I
something
agree.
that happened, but I don't think
Yeah,
she's.
yeah. That's why I was telling Jimmy we can't be too hard because that woman might be showing some moral lesson. It could be for because this is my first time really. When I watch a video, I'm like, Jesus Christ! In America, those American girls will come with gun and wait for you right by that studio over there. Seriously, you can't. In Africa, you can do that thing. In America, poor you. Class these days is over for you. Forget it. Gee. Yeah. Wow.
So it's a, not
Not
all
all
side check are long younger. They are there are younger men who have older women as side check. Yeah, if you have
yes,
money,
you're right.
it's true.
Yeah, you're right.
I agree.
No, that
I
wanna make
agree.
no that
That
wanna
that
make
one
no
you
sense.
you you
What?
you 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 talking that one maybe when
They said
growing
the
up.
older the berry, the
Oh,
sweeter the juice.
No, no,
uh,
no,
eh,
no, 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 no.
uh,
Hello?
growing up. One,
Can you
one,
guys
one,
hear me?
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
woman
we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
is
can
you.
hear you. We're about to close anyways, you guys. It's 11.
Yeah,
We
okay.
gotta
because
go to
So
somebody
church.
said that why would the man a younger guy go for an older woman? That's what I'm trying to stress on. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
But what kind of
Not
old
these
woman want to
days.
be a side chick?
Not these days. Hey. Hmm.
Man, when you
I
old
didn't
woman,
know
you
that
not side
was
when you
that.
old woman, you not side chick, you're side hand. Like a whole beef chicken, like yeah, man, the chick's supposed to be like the chicken, the kids. You a big woman.
You said the old hen.
Yeah, man, like the old head. You ain't supposed to be no chick. You supposed to be that side hand.
Sorry. Oh man, you guys want to give your final words so that where we close? I really enjoyed the show tonight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I
I
just
will go
started.
first so I can get off.
Okay,
uh,
Anna.
okay, so I would definitely say there is a happily ever after, but with when a side chick is involved, it's not always going to be a happily ever after. Now, when it comes to choosing a man or choosing a husband or wife, make sure that you guys have an open communication about what you want in the relationship, what makes you happy, both mentally, physically, emotionally, so that your spouse will be able to understand how to please you physically, emotionally, and sexually. However, I think that when you identify that your spouse may be seeing someone, it's very important to stay calm, have a conversation with that person. You guys have to both agree to fix the relationship so it's not just one person. Don't blame yourself that, oh, you send your husband out of a marriage. If he's a husband, he's an adult, which means that he should be mature enough to know that it's wrong. He should be mature enough to know that he can he can say no and try to fix his marriage rather than stepping out. Then the second thing I would like to say is, as a wife, when you see things in your relationship that are not working, evaluate yourself. It may not always necessarily be your spouse. It could be you, and you should have an open mind when the spouse is expressing himself. Don't be quick to talk. Listen more than you talk because you miss a lot of cues. And I'll also like to beg the men, don't be quick to getting side chicks because the side chicks will be draining your pocket rather than helping you invest, and making your relationship grow. Guys, it's too loud. And the second thing that I would like to say to the men is that please be patient with your wives. If you're doing something that you don't like, please encourage them, help them to be better versions of themselves. Give them positive affirmations as well to keep them encouraged when it comes to making sure that you guys satisfy your needs. You have open communication. The last thing I would like to say is, if you're a lady and you have a sugar daddy, Bring I'll be quiet. I'm on the phone. Stop. If you have a sugar daddy or a side man or whatever you call it, if you're the side chick, I don't know what word to use for that. But if you're
Sample.
dating a married man, please remember it's a sin.
Sugar
It's not a
baby.
good thing. But whenever you feel you've accomplished or get what you're taking from the person, please make sure you exit because he will never marry you. He will tell you all bad things about his wife to get to your pants. And once he has achieved what he wants, he will leave. So please, 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 if there's any man you're dating that is married, please make sure you exit. But you should get what you need from it. But at the same time, remember, he will not marry you. So you don't want to be a side chick because at the end of the day, you'll be the loser. You not have what's the marital rights when you're alimony or
Yeah.
what? Yeah, so you are
Spousal
at the
support.
losing end. Yeah, spousal support. So you always want to be the wife and not the side chick. So please, please make sure you date with intentions to marry, not intentions to be the side chick and just be taking money because that money will finish. So that's all I have to say. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Anna. Liberian Eminent wants to know, is Anna a Liberian or from Sierra Leone? Need to see her face. LOL. Uh oh.
I,
This
I,
is a
I,
this
I'm
is a
not I'm
special
not in the
request.
space to show my face, but I'll find a day to maybe get on the camera so you can
Okay.
see my beautiful face.
Make sure you come set your notification. Just wait for it. It's very important.
Yes. So make sure that you're joining the show as much as you can, so that you can. I may surprise you one of these days.
Okay.
But
Thank you
I'm
so
from
much,
South.
Hannah. Who wants to
Yeah,
go
I'm from
next?
Africa though.
Okay, so I want to go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the first thing I want to say is the issue about side chick is about your home having problem and your partner is looking for a solution out of frustration. No side chick is no a man will, besides people who are addicted to doing such a thing, no man will just feel that they want to get into such a thing, especially they know their wife is doing everything and things are moving well. These things happen through some emotional trickle when something happen and something happen. They are not good. Sometimes it's a mistake. So like Hannah said, do not, leave your home because somebody have get into your home. And the first thing is side check issue or woman, a lady that decided to be a side check in a new relationship knows that they are coming to that relationship for one thing, not to hustle. And that hustle, who knows? The hustle is to hustle your man or to hustle something for your man's pocket. But when they come to do that, and if you are not, I call it, careful enough, you're going to lose that. I want to close with just a life, I call it, example that I know of. A lady, a girl was in the life of this man, and things were happening behind the scene. And this girl, they were doing something, and the man is a married man, and never wanted his wife to know about this issue. But then one day, this lady asked the guy for something, and the guy said, "No, you're asking too much. I thought something had happened, and you want to do this. It's too much. I can't do that." And the lady said, "You know why? If you don't do this, I'm going to tell your wife." So the guy said, "You know why? If you want to threaten me with that, it better I take that money. I keep that money. When my wife
That's
gets
what
home, I beg my wife with that money instead giving you that." So the lady said, "If you try me, I'm going to do that." So the guy said, "Well, you can do that." So surprisingly, one morning, the guy had gone somewhere, gone to work. One morning, the lady walked to the guy's wife and said, "You know what? I just want to come and confess and tell you that the husband and myself has something doing. And, and I want to let you know he keep, embarrassing me." So when the man came, the lady asked him, "Is it true that you're in relationship with this lady?" The man stood for long and said, "Yes, that's true. I'm sorry." He said, "But what are you sorry for?" So, to just cut long matter short, the moral was the lady said, "You know what? If you were to lie to me, I would have I would have been so upset. But in as much as you tell me the truth, I know what that lady is after. If you can stop that, I will not have problem with you. But if you continue, it means you gotta make decision." So immediately that was the end between the man and that lady. So this guy decided to tell that story. When he told that story, I said, "You know what? That lady, don't never leave that woman because she meant well for you. Had she been some of these girls around, it would have been different thing." So the issue of side chick, they come for certain thing, and when they don't get that thing, they are so much better with you. You don't have to leave your relationship for that. You need to hold your relationship very strong and make sure that the family counts. Side chick will come and go. It is not a good solution. It's not the best advice to any man. If you find yourself doing that, you got to find a means to leave it. If you cannot leave it, do not mess with your home. Keep your home well. That's my advice, everybody.
Okay. My man, Andrew, you co-host. So let me go quick. So,
Thank you. Thank you so
Peter,
much.
So, and I got blowing.
uh, uh, my man, you got you get blood. Donald Trump want eye your 2 hours, you want eye your Canada 2 hours Sunday because I don't know what happened.
We
The
want
man say,
Alex. We want Alex.
I beg, we don't want
So
coming
right
honest,
now,
but
free medication, free
but
medication, yeah.
Y'all
So
please follow the Kingdoms Talk family. I beg ya. Y'all follow my sister Joyce's page.
yeah,
Right.
my people that just on the schedule. I will call Josh after the show, but that's a great conversation, great topic. These are educational and informative topics. So Peterson just gave a positive thing, but mine would be I would tell a negative story, a very grim story. And I think people who live here in the United States, I don't know if he heard about that story. This guy with a side chick that both of them life ended tragically. Yeah, I think it was a football player. You can look it up.
Yeah.
He was so
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah.
hope, yeah. And this girl, she was, like almost like the same Peterson, but she was wanting more, and at some point, it was just too much. So both of them, there's no way she got so hooked to the guy that it was almost she was a side chick, but she saw it in the light like a second wife. So at one point, the guy couldn't just. I mean, it was getting too much. When the guy decided to leave her, the girl said, "You said what?" That lady took a gun. She killed herself. I mean, killed the guy and then killed herself. So, the moral is, it's a true life story. So, those are some of the consequences of this whole side chick thing. Sometimes some of them, like some of them will say, well, like that lady was saying, well, I know, I mean, I want this and this, but sometimes it doesn't always end like that, people. Sometimes it goes beyond that. When those people get hooked, when you are like the lifeline, do you know some side chick they will make their mother know the man. That's how so much the thing will go. Their
yeah,
whole family, yeah, their whole family will know. And then, the grandma expecting gift, the mother, the man is giving the mother. So it's just like a whole lifeline. So imagine if that man decide to leave, that whole family you leaving. It's not just that woman. So, all that things start playing on them mentally. So sometimes those things can be devastating. And, it got consequences. So do your best. We men, it's kind of hard, but it's good to kind of maintain the family you got, because when you go out there, man, especially for us in the things of God, some of those people got spiritual problem behind. Imagine somebody who just don't want to have their own man. They just want to. I mean, what? I mean, that it sounds like a mental health to me. But then again, you would just say, well, that just what kind of woman just attracted to married man? I mean, I would see like if you got a rich boyfriend or something, but he has to be married. So there's something fundamentally wrong with that. But again, we can't judge people. But yeah, that's just my point. We have to be careful out there, because those things got consequences. It can ruin your life, your whole family. Divorce and how they call it B word. I don't know what kind of how they call it word. The one that
separate.
end with money. Okay, alimony.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, you start paying that thing
How
the
many
next.
people can use that word? Oh God.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, thank you again, Pete. That's a great topic, and I mean, it was worth discussing. So other people be educated, and like Anna said, when you see signs, there's always signs to think. But sometimes, especially your women, your modern women, when you're working, that's one of the problems.
That's
Women
it
in
there.
Liberia, yeah,
That's
women
it.
in Liberia, they can notice it quick because they are jobless. Oh, and you cheating here, but like working women, it's hard for you. You concentrating. You are a manager. You got people under you. You babysitting a whole group of people at work. You ain't even got time to even monitor what your man doing. So,
The
though,
man
hey,
will be the man will
I
be
ain't
night
telling you to
long
go start
answering
looking to
your
the people
call.
phone for you put me in trouble. But yeah, yeah, Peter, so that's
I
it
realize
then.
that when you yeah, different new now you bring it out.
Yeah, so okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'll call us. Me, I'm talking plenty to now. I think yeah. I reckon see.
I think it was a great show, and thanks to everybody who came and exchanged ideas on this show. I think everything we said here tonight is our own view, our opinion to what we been discussing. It's not wanting to take side, not wanting to take side. We just see reality of things, when we talk about them, so that we all can be able to find a positive path, on that note where what Peterson and oh, Rosa Pro landed on. It's just that we have to, do our best to continue to be here to bring all those sensitive topics, sensational ones that will help us to grow our network and so. But only all, it was a great show, and I appreciate everybody who have come here tonight to make this show a great one. And so, I mean, whatever we say, we owe it to ourselves. It doesn't mean side chick are better than wives or wives are better than side chick. But women, you out there know what you to do in your home. Little girl, age 22, come and steal your your husband from you. Just be careful what you do. Thank you and bless not to everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jimmy. Would have loved to hear the ending part of Jimmy, but I guess he had to leave. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to each and every one of you guys on here tonight. Peterson, Andrew, Riverside Pool, and I mean, as much as I laughed a lot, I learned a little. I learned a lot too while this show is going on tonight. Just want to say thank you so much for all your advices and opinions and things like that. Again, this show it's supposed to be diverse thoughts, so that way we're not here to reinvent the wheel or change anybody's minds. But if we would like for you to listen to it and see how best you make life decisions on your own, you know. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. As we're going further towards the end, I really do see everybody point, and I do think the little clip we watched had a lot to say. And it's a learning process. It's stuff that we all have to pay attention to. We all own it to ourselves, to make the best decision for ourselves. So just want to say thank you for another really enriched conversation. And hopefully it will touch somebody. If you're indulging in that activity, stop it. All right. Thank you all. That's all I have to say. Please, if you're online, just type in Kingdom Talk. Just make sure to find it. Miss Joyce, she's a really great host. She talk about all things God. I think Jimmy should really check it out, share it with him. I usually share the show sometime, but I be at work, so I can't be on. But it would be really nice. She talked about
Yeah,
good stuff.
is it a religious talk?
Yes, yes. Yes, very,
That's
very
good.
nice, and she's on fire for God, and I love it. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. I'm glad she tuned in a little bit. But yeah, she's in Canada over there with you guys.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you probably know her. Uh, but yeah, find her, follow the page. Let's spread the word of God around.
The
There's a
last
lot of
name,
people coming.
like I know it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's been a great night, and I look forward to tomorrow. We don't know yet. We'll wake up on the other side and see what we're talking about. I think
No,
I've had enough about side chair, side roof. So we will take a break for now for tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Share the show and invite someone to come on tomorrow. Until next time, thank you guys. Have a great night.
thank
See
you.
you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.